Welcome back, Sports Tonight on Channels Television. Let's go back to Washington, D.C. Sonny Young is still standing by. Sonny, let's talk about the NBA playoffs final. Now, at the Western Conference, it's tied 1-1 between the Cleveland Cavaliers and, of course, the Houston Rockets. But let's talk about the East, where, Sonny, we knew that the Celtics, they were having a fantastic season, but you didn't expect that... you didn't expect that the Cavaliers will be down 2-0.
I certainly didn't expect the Celtics to be up 2-0, Austin. One factor in this series, if we remember, these teams played last year at the same stage, and the Cavaliers eliminated the Celtics. LeBron James had as sort of his backcourt partner was Kyrie Irving, and Irving really supplied a lot of the offense against the Celtics last year. The Cavaliers traded him to the Celtics. He got injured, so now he's sitting on the sidelines with the Celtics. The Celtics have the young talent for the Celtics has really stepped up, Austin. I'm talking about Jason Tatum. He's a long, lanky forward. Terry Rozier in the backcourt, and also Jaylen Brown. He's looked really good against the Cavaliers. These players. They're really in their early 20s. The Celtics look like they could be a force in the East for maybe the next decade, Austin. They really look. I'm really amazed how poised and confident they look against LeBron James and the Cavaliers. But they have a deeper team than the Cavaliers. I think they're more athletic. And I think they're going to beat the Cavaliers in this series.
Wow, but I don't think they will take Game 3 because I agree that they're a good team. But how do you explain LeBron James recording a triple-double? Sonny got as high as 42 points, and then his team wasn't just there for him.
Yeah, these players around LeBron, J.R. Smith, Kevin Love, they need to step up too, Austin. I think that they have, they're sort of the court for the king in his court. Well, they need to really play a little better, I think, for them, especially when they're going home now. If they lose on Saturday night in Cleveland to go down 3-0, Austin, I think this series would effectively be over. So really must win for the Cavaliers on Saturday night in Cleveland. And I don't know that LeBron has really faced this kind of deficit against such a young athletic team like the Celtics. So it'll be interesting.
It will be interesting, Sonny. Let's go to the West now. The Golden State Warriors, they won Game 1 and then lost Game 2 to the Houston Rockets. James Harden, the bearded one, I had to step up big time. Where are you putting your money in Game 3?
Well, the series is now going to be going to Oakland, so I got to go with the Warriors back on their home court in Oakland, California. But this looks like a great series, Austin. Harden has been playing well. Steph Curry was a little off in his shooting in Game 2, so I expect him to play better in Game 3. But this looks like it could go 6 or 7 games. The Rockets, of course, had the best record in the NBA during the regular season. They won 61 games. They have Chris Paul in addition to James Harden, and I think we're going to see some fireworks in this series. Kevin Durant has been outstanding in the first 2 games. But I'll go with the Warriors in Game 3, Austin.
You're going with the Warriors for Game 3. That Western Conference will also be explosive. Sonny, we're also expecting the awards. That one also gets us talking as the main action. Who is going to be the MVP for this season?
Well, the NBA will have its awards ceremony on June 25th. I think James Harden is the general favorite to win Most Valuable Player award. The league has announced the finalists for the various awards categories. Harden, the favorite, as MVP. The 2 other finalists are LeBron James. We've been talking about him. And Anthony Davis of the New Orleans Pelicans. The Coach of the Year is interesting, Austin, because one of the finalists is Dwayne Casey of the Toronto Raptors. Toronto fired Casey after they lost to LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. So he's still a good coach, though, Austin.
I know.
He's up for Coach of the Year.
And they're going to attribute everything that he did in Toronto just in case he wins the award.
So maybe some other team will snap him up if he is elected Coach of the Year. But I think Brad Stevens of the Celtics will probably win that award as Coach of the Year. But the big award, MVP, and I think it will go to the beard, James Harden.
The beard one, James Harden. Sonny will come back to talk about it. I must say thank you so much. And I've kept your predictions right here. I'll come to you with it just in case.
Always a pleasure, Austin, and I'm always willing to eat crow if I'm wrong with my predictions.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sonny Young, for your time. That's it. The Voice of America correspondent, Sonny Young, speaking to us all the way from Washington, D.C. It's all about the NBA playoffs. Wow, what a season we're having. The Celtics telling us once again that sports, Tolu, you can have individual players, but when you have a team, you have a force.
I mean, it's been serious for Cleveland Cavaliers. They cannot believe what is going on around them at the moment. The Celtics are 2-0 up. I mean, no one saw this coming. No one would have expected that by now LeBron James triple-double, 40-pointer triple-double will count for nothing. And right now, that is exactly what has happened so far. So they can go into Game 3 trying to awaken the giants in them, awaken the genius, but then the Celtics, with the momentum they have right now, would not look to relinquish it. And of course, they have never lost a 2-0 advantage.
Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Thank you so much.